Hi guys. I suppose it's time for me to tell my birth story. It's been 3 months. I'm kind of worried that I've already forgotten it. So I'm gonna do the best I can here. I would have told it sooner, but honestly, since he was born, we've been in the process of trying to move. And so we'd bought the property like a week before I gave birth. And then we wanted to honor my postpartum. So we spent 3 weeks in the rental while my husband basically cleaned up the property. Like all of it was kind of a mess, and the modular was kind of a mess. And so we've been in it officially for a week now. We still have a lot of work to do. So I'm just like, the camera looks good here, but everything around me is like a bomb went off. So now we can finally slow down, get some routine, and I can, get my business back up and running. But yeah, it's time to tell my birth story. I guess I'll try to keep this part quick, but like the reason I decided to have a home birth was because I was researching and exploring all my birth options because I felt like the conventional narrative from like, I don't know, pretty much everybody I know was that you have to go get an OB, you have to do like a crap ton of ultrasounds, and you have to, constantly check all these boxes and monitor all this stuff. And then you have to give birth in a hospital in like a very controlled medical environment. And that just did not speak to me. It's never spoken to me. The more I started to learn about birth from the hospital lens, the less I wanted to do it from that angle personally. So what I did was I found a home birth midwife. I asked her to meet with me. We really connected. She was like, just help me with some births coming up. I've got a few first-time moms. I got a few second-time moms. I got a few third-time moms. And we hit it off so well. I mean, she was basically like, it's so hard to find help because you can't get anybody that's going to answer their phone at 1:00 in the morning. And I was one of those people. I was committed. I was down to help. And so we developed a working relationship, and I was basically, job shadowing, assisting her, apprenticing her, whatever you want to call it, in home birth, and I was witnessing home births. I really did go into this thinking that home birth was quackery. I really expected there to be one emergency after the other. I expected it to be mayhem. I never expected it to be as beautiful as it was. It has completely changed my life. And I see that we're having completely different outcomes in the home birth setting versus the hospital setting. I love the sacredness and the respect and the reverence and basically just the peace and calm and safety of the home birth experience. And that's what made me realize that was the right fit for me personally. And I realized that there were a lot of things I could prepare for my own pregnancy. And so I did all this in preparation for pregnancy. I spent 2 years really intentionally preparing my mind and my body for pregnancy, labor, birth, getting as much birth education as I can. And I'm just one of those people. I love to learn. So it doesn't matter what phase of life I am, I'm going to become, as educated as I can be, while also honoring my instincts and my values. So that's why I chose a home birth, and I hired the same midwife that I had the privilege of working for, and it was an insane experience. I think that the craziest thing about the whole birth, if I have to sum it up, is like it was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was absolutely the closest thing to a near-death experience I could have ever had. It was so painful and challenging, but so beautiful and so like I just walk a little taller now. I have so much dignity, and I'm just like I'm a different person. I came out the other side a different person, and that's what I think birth is about. That's what I think it's all about. When you have your baby, you change because that's what's required of you for motherhood.